Okay, so welcome to week 4 of this 7-week online course, and we're into the fourth strategy. And if you've watched the three so far, I hope you've had some great value from it. I've had some great feedback about the people that have seen all the first 3 videos, and so thank you very much for that. Very touching, and really got across that delivering some great content out there for people that's of a value, and so I really appreciate the feedback. And if you have any questions or feedback at all about it, then obviously by all means drop me an email, or if you see me at a networking event, then you can speak to me at one of them, or come along over to Done My Business Networking as well. We always do a marketing or business growth tip each other week as well when we're at that, so it'd be lovely to see you. So week 4 is all about collaborating and joint ventures. So joint ventures is what you might know it has been called, and or collaborating with other people. So this is really where you come across someone at a networking event where you feel you could work together, maybe to get more customers. You do a joint workshop together. So you may well see me do some workshops with and seminars with other business owners. I work closely with them. One person I work very closely with, collaborating with, is Tabitha Pascal, that a lot of you know, that and we do a workshop together. We do the business success workshop together, which is creating a successful business around your lifestyle. So that's something that we do. We collaborate together and joint venture on that. It really is a beneficial. You will find people that you just that you get on with, that you're aligned to through networking, that you become friends with, and it makes sense to then do some sort of joint venture together. Doesn't always work. There is some watch outs on it, but I'm going to keep it very simple in this rather than getting into a whole big thing about it, because there's really, I suppose, really 3 simple rules that that you should keep to, and this will make it successful with you. But you have to go into collaborating joint ventures that they're not all going to work, okay? And it's probably rare that they work well more than they don't work. So it's so you have to go into that. But there is, if you stick with these kind of 3 rules, that this will make it a little bit easier for you. But the first question is, right, who to collaborate with, because most people collaborate and joint venture with people that they just get on with, and they're good friends, and we're both struggling with marketing. And what happens is you end up, and I was guilty of this when I first started out, sort of collaborating and joint venturing with people that were just starting out like me, if you like, as well, and at the time, sort of struggling when I was struggling right at the start, and what happens is it doesn't get any easier, because you're both struggling, you're both kind of so, and it's a bit like this, you may have heard this, surround yourself with people that are going to improve you and better you. So you're better off actually collaborating with people that maybe that you see the success, that are doing well and they've got clients already. But the most important rule about who to collaborate with is that their clients must be your ideal clients. Okay, so that's a real must. There's no point collaborating with people just because you get on in your line, to think, oh, maybe we can do something. But actually, if their clients are more sort of where, if your ideal clients are single owner businesses, and their clients are all bigger businesses with 10 plus employees, then that collaboration is not going to work, because your ideal clients are not matched. So your ideal clients have to be really kind of closely matched as much as possible, and it's where you can really give incredible value to them. So when you first look at who to collaborate with, you don't really want to be thinking about what's in it for me. If they've got my ideal clients, so if I can just collaborate with them somehow, then I'm going to get loads of clients easily without having to do nothing. If you go in that mindset, it's not going to work. So the very first mindset you need to think about is, when you see it, is how can you help them? So how can you add value to what they offer already? And that's when you can kind of pitch it to people that are already successful and got a lot of clients, and you see them as actually their client base is my ideal client mix. So you need to think about how can you help them. If you just approach them thinking that because you want loads of clients for doing very little, not having to go out and market because they've got all your clients, they can just do some collaborating with them and they bring all the clients to you. It's not going to work. So you have to think about what it is that you can do to help them, and this has worked well for me in the past with the collaborations that I've done that have worked really well. Is when I've got in that mindset as well. So, so there was, and again, if you look at mine relationship and with Tabitha, we collaborate really well, and that business success workshop is really successful, and it's when and it was a little bit different because because Tabitha was my client, and then we really felt that we could do something together, and the ideal clients was fairly well matched, and then actually I wanted Tabitha to come along to the business success workshop to add, because the mindset part of it was something really where she could add some value to it. So she could add some value to it, and I could help her by, we're having a workshop that she could, by having another product that she could promote that was a higher end product. So that's how it works really well. So you've got to think about how you help them. And another example with one of the, I won't say who it is for client confidentiality, but another, become a client now, but another coach that I worked with, and I initially approached them. I'm actually really successful, and they had a lot of clients, and I definitely felt that their clients could do help with marketing their stuff better. So I thought, well, I can approach them because their clients could probably all do with a bit of marketing help. So where they're really good at coaching them and giving them strategies, I could still probably add a lot of value there in helping them implement their marketing strategies. And so that's what I did. So the coach I approached them, and I really said, look, I think I can give some value to you, and and I think there's maybe something where we can do a joint workshop. They were really good at attracting clients because they had a well-known name already, and so look, I think I could help with them with marketing them, if you like, and when they're marketing, so you give them the strategy, business strategies and stuff like that, and then I can help them implementing that. But what I first went is what I wanted to do is, obviously I know that you don't know me from Adam really, and we've only met a couple of times, and you don't really know what I can do. So why don't I help you with your business to take it to another level? We'll do that first, and then once we've done that, then you can introduce me maybe to your clients that need my help. So that was really me putting it out, so literally I was working for free initially, but I knew that if I helped them, that they would open doors up to me, to other clients that were higher paying clients than what I had at the time, and take me to another level. And that's exactly what happened. So you really got to think about how can you help them. So I really went in there sort of, how can I help you improve your business so that you then want to collaborate with me, and we can do something together that would be really beneficial to me afterwards. And that's as simple as how it went. So you've got to think, how can you help them, not the other way around, not how can I just get loads of clients for doing nothing. Okay, so one of the things as well you need to be really clear about the outcome that you want to achieve. It is really important. So once you've had your first sort of couple of conversations, however long it takes to sort of approach the idea about doing a joint venture with someone, and you're all sort of both, they're on board, or someone's approached you and you're on board with it about doing it, you have a preliminary talk about how that sort of can work. You then want to be really clear about what the outcome is that you both want to achieve. And I say it's for both of you, for them and you. And if it's about, getting one-to-one clients, or doing a workshop together and just doing that, and whatever it is, that it is, just be really clear. There must be a reason when you joined a joint venture with someone about how you can. There was a reason why you did it. And normally be around getting more clients, and let's be really good, because where a lot of joint ventures and collaborations really fall down is where it's just one way. So it's all about one person. So one of the ones that I did a couple of years ago that didn't work is when decided to do a sort of a collaboration with someone, and we were quite clear about how how it worked. I had helped them, fun enough, and they helped me with something. So we kind of we'd already realised we were quite aligned in that sense. And then so we all talked about this sort of doing a joint venture, and it was really exciting, and we were really clear actually about what the outcome that we both wanted to achieve. And but what happened was it was very one-sided. So it was all about this person. Whenever we met up to talk about, so we agreed on things. We'd meet up once a week at this time, and what became very clear, it was all about them, and actually it was helping them grow their business. And what we set out about the joint venture was helping them grow their business, but I wasn't getting anything out of it. And we were really clear about what the outcome was to achieve, and so because we had that clear outcome, then I was able to go, right, actually this is not working for me, as we talked about, because we talked about I wanted to achieve this from this joint venture, you wanted to achieve this. At the moment you've achieved that, and that's great, but I haven't really achieved what I wanted to do, so we need to look at something else, or just keep in touch, but we won't pursue this joint venture anymore. And so it gives you, so the thing about being really clear about the outcome you want to achieve is, one, very much setting the targets and the goals about what it is you both want, but also it allows you to part companies if it's not working for one of you, and in a way where you still stay relatively on good terms with them. Because I see a lot of people that do joint venture collaborations and then they fall out with each other because it's, and I fall out with people where it hasn't worked, and it's where we haven't been really clear about the outcome, and then one person goes, well, this isn't working for me, and then, well, I think it's all right, well, so just carry on because it's working. Yeah, and they don't really work it for me. And if someone's in it just for themselves, any party in it just for themselves, then it becomes like that. And sometimes you have all these plans, you think, well, this might work, we do a workshop together and this might come off, and it just doesn't happen. But you need to have a way of saying, look, this is not, we talked about what I wanted to achieve, it's not really working for me because we're not achieving that, so we need to either look at something different, or I need to just or stop doing this collaboration. So that's a really important rule, so that you can walk away nicely, but also be really proactive about you knowing what you want to achieve out of it. Okay, now this is quite important and really about not making it work so much, but keeping it still stay separate. And what I mean by this is, I see a lot of people where they start a joint venture, and normally because they're struggling to get business. I think, well, it'd be a good idea if we go together and then we can market together and share marketing costs, and it'd be really good, and we'll both get lots of cars in it. And then they go, well, they end up sort of working very, very close with each other a lot. So they end up joining the businesses together. They think, oh, well, okay, we'll just be together and just get to the business together. I think this is a real sort of the start of the end when you do this. You must still stay separate. It's particularly if you start it as your own businesses first of all, because what will happen is if you're a business owner and you run your business, you're making all the decisions, and what happens is and you have your own, every business owner, we all have our own egos, we all think we know best and what's right and something. It's not a case of if, it's a case of when you disagree about something. And you will be, unless you can disagree with someone and then sort of put an end to it. So, well, okay, we had a disagreement about that, but you were right, I was wrong, or I was right, you was wrong, and it's beg to differ and whatever, let's move on and just draw a line under that. Then that's fine, that's great, And I always think that one of the best collaborations that I do is with my wife. Me and my wife, we as every couple, there's some things you have different opinions of, and yes, my wife is always right, but no, we can challenge each other, if you like, saying, and then not let it become a full scale argument. So we very rarely argue with each other because we just challenge each other. If we think someone's right, got opinion about something, then we just go, well, okay, and we find a neutral ground. But it's very important in business that when you joint venture that you stay separate, because at some point there's going to be a disagreement about something, or a difference of opinion, or it's not working for someone, it's working for someone else, and it's just what normally happens is you won't talk about it, so it'll just boil under the surface, and you'd end up having a big argument about something silly, and it would just cause a problems. And as I say, it's not a case of if it happens, it's a case of actually when it happens, because just by the fact that you want, you've got that entrepreneur spirit and you want to work for yourself and be your own boss, then you've got to be able to, there's got to be one person that can make a decision. There's got to be one person in a business that says no, that's, and this is why if you look at football managers as an example of this, is that quite a few clubs, not so much now because they know it's wrong, it doesn't work, but a few clubs over the years have tried having joint managers at one time, and Liverpool had it at one point a few years ago with Gerard Houllier and Roy Evans, as joint managers, and it just doesn't work. Someone, it was destined to failure as soon as it started, because someone's got to have that indecision that when there's a conflict going on, something that someone can say, no, look, I'm the one that makes the decisions, that's it. Right or wrong, we'll do it afterwards, but that's a decision. So still stay separate. Don't, just because you're having a good collaboration with someone or good joint venture, or you get on and you're well aligned, it doesn't mean that you have to join businesses and get on and stuff like that. And as I say, me and Tabitha is a good example where we do a lot of stuff together, a lot of collaborating. We do a lot of joint venture stuff together. She's got her business, I've got my business, and it will always be that. It would always be that way. So that's the three ones: to making joint ventures and work for you. And I say that, and the most important thing is the people that you want to joint venture with is people who've got the ideal clients for you. So really keep that in mind. If someone's doing really well, you see them as really successful, and they've got a lot of clients, and they're your ideal clients, you've got to think, but they've got all my ideal clients. How can I help them? How can I help them but make them go to their clients, look, you've got to talk to this guy, or you've got to talk to this woman, she's absolutely brilliant, she's helped me in my business, you're her ideal client, go and talk to her. That's what you want. So good luck with that. And next week, week 5, we go on to email marketing. Really exciting one. Now, and if you think of, if you're in the stance where you're thinking, and I hear a lot of people say this, if you're in the stance where you're thinking, oh, I don't like email marketing, I find it very spammy, I don't read emails myself, I don't think it works, you're in for it, because email marketing does work. It's still the number one marketing tool for every sort of top successful businesses. So it works, and I'm going to give you some tips on how to make it work for you. So that's next week, so looking forward to that. Remember, as always, any feedback or any questions you want, then by all means send me an email. Obviously, Met Networking, then grab me for a chat. And now that with the Get Leads and Get Clients program, which is how I help my businesses, it's a 6-stage program of how to get leads and get clients. There's actually a video now up about that on the main website. So if you go to my main website, affectingpeopleslives.com, then you'll see there's a click there where you can click on the video. You don't have to put in your email address, just click on it. There's about a 25-minute video that goes through the 6 stages of how to get leads and get clients. So thank you for listening, and see you next week.